Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Sunday, February 22nd. Wanted to go over the results of last week's weekly bands and tradable levels that absolutely just killed it in the market. If you're, again, I say it every single week, but start showing some faith into these weekly levels. It is very, very difficult to get through them. It takes a freight train. As I keep saying every single week, there's three things that get through my bands: high impact news, headline news, or multiple retaps into those bands. There's a lot of profits to be made off of just trading the bands. On top of that, I give you very detailed tradable levels that you'll notice here. We had a fantastic level at the 67.91 that I gave you guys on the ES that I'll show you guys here on the charts in a few minutes. With that being said, this week it was a grind. It was definitely a grind. I felt like I just definitely was not getting any momentum. Came out with a video on Friday. Obviously had a phenomenal day on Friday, $3,800 profit, which really helped out my monthly totals, which I'll show you guys here in a little bit as well. It was just a great day of trades. It was a lot of trades. I took definitely a bigger quantity of trades. I think I ended up taking, I can't remember if it was 11 or 12, but I think it was 12 trades on Friday, which is probably double to triple my average for a trading day. But at the same time, the market was giving me the opportunities. It was giving me the setups, and I wasn't done. So I continued on, and I was glad I did, because the P&L really showed extremely strong at the end of my session. So I know a lot of you guys have taken advantage of this, but we're going to be going over here in a few minutes the new weekly bands, the new tradable levels that I have. And I've got a website, which is robstrades.com. If you go to that website, you can sign up for a free report that comes out every single Sunday that has all of my weekly bands and all of my tradable levels in there. It's just, you got to put in your name and your email, and it gets sent out an email once a week, and it's on every single Sunday. Starting next Sunday, I am going to be releasing a daily reaction band email. So for those of you that have been watching my live streams, you see that I've been trading a lot of these reaction bands that I find in the markets that have been extremely profitable. Great areas to scalp from. Obviously, the weekly bands, sometimes we can go a day or two without ever tapping into them. Some days, I think it was like Thursday or Friday, we tapped into both bands, and it was, gave you guys a lot of opportunities. But the reaction bands are a daily thing that I map out at around 6:30 in the morning every single morning, about 2 hours before the market opens. And then next Sunday, so next week's video, I'll give you guys instructions on how to receive those daily. So it's going to be Monday through Friday. You'll receive them through your email. You don't have to go to Discord. You don't have to go to any other site or anything like that. It gets emailed to you. You have them, use them. And if not, just chart them up and leave them there as a daily roadmap, and then you can combine those with the weekly levels. So you've got your two different time frames there on your super strong support. So if you're trying to come up with a thesis for the day, you guys can at least have a roadmap of, okay, I'm going to see a lot of support here, I'm going to see a lot of resistance here, there's a lot of unbalanced volume sitting there, and I think it will definitely help you trading. So stick around for next week. I'll give you guys instructions on those. So let's get into the intros. Not so many updates to the weekly bands. I'll show you guys why, but some things that you're going to definitely want to chart up as soon as possible. Be back in a sec. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so let's right off the bat, let's start off with the ES. So my let's see here, I believe it was the 15th. Yep. So the 15th, I released my last weekly bands and tradable levels video. You can always go back and watch them. But video came out somewhere, I would say right around here. Okay. Give you guys 2 weekly bands here on the ES, one at the 69.94 to the 69.49, and one at the 67.99 and the 67.50. Even put the arrows in on my Discord, posted those, just try to make this as dummy proof as possible. And it was pretty crazy. Now, granted, we did have a lot of consolidation this past week, so we were kind of sideways there for a while. So that's one of the reasons why I don't have a ton of new weekly bands. But when we finally hit an extreme on the ES, I actually remember watching this one live on stream. One, I had given you guys a tradable level at the 67.91. I don't know. Can you guys take a look and see where the absolute bottom to that market from that entire week was at? Let's just take a second, take a look, keep looking. 67.91. What was the band that completely repelled the market on the ES all the way up to the upside? The 67.99 to the 67.50s. That's why I keep saying don't snooze on the levels. I send you guys those emails on Sunday. It's over 2,000 of you that received that report. I do get a lot of emails, a lot of responses to those emails that I send out. That's been helping their trading out tremendously, and I'm super happy for that. Now we do have a weekly band sitting above us that I've been very, very, very patiently waiting for it to tap into at the 69.94 down to the 69.49. And we also have 2 tradable levels here at the 69.87 and the 69.70. Now, I mentioned to you that I don't really have many updates on the ES. The ES, I really just have one. And I am going to... No, I'm sorry. On the ES, I have no updates to do because... And I was mentioning this on stream. The reaction was amazing. Great reaction off this band. But there is still a lot more in this band to give out. So there's 3 things that can get through these bands. High impact news, a headline news, or multiple retaps. So the next time that we revisit this band, is it going to be as strong as the first time that we tapped in? No. But there is still a very good amount of unbalanced volume sitting here. And I would be extremely surprised if we were able to blow through this band. Now, the one sitting above us, super strong. You've got 2 tradable levels still up here, the 69.70 and the 69.87. All of you that received the report on Sunday, you guys have those all mapped out. You guys are ready to go for the week, at least on the ES. On the NQ, let's go back to where the video came out. So the 15th was right around here. Right around here, in between the 2 bands. So what did we end up doing? We ended up just barely tapping into the 24.995 to the 24.928. Came all the way back down. Came all the way back into this band at the 24.660 to the 24.577. Swept a little bit of the lows at the band. Came right back up. And there was some high impact news. This was the 9 o'clock news that we got. Finally came through, tapped through this weekly band, and then came straight back up. We finally revisited the other band sitting above us at the 24.995. Tapped, rejection. This rejection is almost 200 points on the NQ. This is a 15-minute chart, okay? So this was now the 3rd tap into the band. So, like I've mentioned, that's when you're going to see the band finally break and finally give up the cookies. And We did finally break back down into the band, but we did not come back down into that 24,660. We do have a very strong band sitting above us at the 25,259 to the 25,193 that we have not tapped into yet. And we have a tradable level at the 25,210 and another one at the 25,344. Now, I need to make an adjustment to these two bands here. And these new bands are going to sit at the 24,785 to the 24,678. 24,785 to the 24,678. Okay, so this band is going to be sitting below where price action is currently at. And then this band is going to have an adjustment to the 24,512 to the 24,447. And again, that's going to be the 24,512 to the 24,447. Below where price action is currently at. So these are going to be now your three new tradable levels on the NQ. 25,259, the 24,785, and the 24,512. As far as tradable levels, you've got two sitting above us, one in a weekly band at the 25,210, other one at the 25,344, and we have a new one that it'll sit at the 24,754. I'll make this white here. And I got to adjust this again to the 24,754. Okay. And again, this one is sitting in the weekly band, 24,754. Chart it up. Make sure you guys are patient today. You've got the Sunday open coming up here in about 2 hours, at least from when I'm releasing this video. Careful with your gap up or your gap down. We don't trade right off of the gap. So if the gap comes down into here, both of these bands are still well in play. But if we somehow gap into this band, which is a big possibility because this is where a lot of the unbalanced volume is sitting at, are we just going to short directly from there? No, we got to let price action determine what it wants to do from the gap. Give you guys that disclaimer every single week. Now let's jump over to gold. Been starting to give you guys levels on gold. I've given you guys 2. Actually, I'm sorry. I've given you 4 from last Sunday. Let's see if I can get, the 5106, the 5082, the 4803, and the 4747. These have not been tapped into, but we did finally tap into one in gold. Saw this one live on stream as well. The 5082.8. Was that a pretty good level? I would say so. I'd say that's a pretty damn freaking good level. This was a huge move to the downside. Huge move. I know this was on news. Hit the level and just reversed like crazy. Gave you guys another level at the 5106.7, but this unfortunately was right at the market close on Friday. So not much going on there right there. So we'll see here if we come back and retest this one or not. But actually, these are going to get deleted. And let's give you guys here some new levels on gold. Let's see if I can get this. First one is going to be sitting at the 4937.9. 4937.9. So below where price action is currently at. And the other one's going to be underneath this one, which is going to sit at the 4901.6. 4901.6. So here are your new tradable levels in gold, the 4937.9 and the 4901.6. And then you obviously have these that have not been tapped into yet, the 4803.7 and the 4747.9. Now you can maybe kind of understand, I go through these videos every single Sunday, a lot of information that gets in here. That's why I think that the The report that I give on Sunday just kind of cleans everything up. You've got a nice visual, and it makes hopefully your week, your upcoming week, stronger. So hope to see you guys on the live stream this coming Monday. Well, tomorrow I'll be I'm on every single morning at 8:30. I've been just it's a great little community of traders that we've got coming to the stream. I do trade live also with my Signal members. We have a live trading floor that starts half an hour before YouTube and goes for about 35 to 45 minutes afterwards, where we answer questions and continue to look for setups. In fact, on Friday was a great example. Took about $2,000 of profits in my live trading room after my YouTube stream. I just kept going, told my members I ain't done yet, and I know the NQ isn't done yet, and it sure wasn't. It gave me some really nice, fantastic trades there. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of this weekend. Looking forward to an awesome trading week here, and happy trading, everyone. Take care.